Girls Knit podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Damaris, also known as Damaris Dash a Bit Weird.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is Wednesday, the 14th of May, 2014, and this is episode 89. 89. We're getting ever closer to that 100. Next time we'll be in the 90s. We'd like to say a big hello to any new viewers watching us. Thanks for giving us a shot. We hope you enjoy the show. And a big welcome back to all of our returning viewers. Thanks for coming back. We love you. Love. A lot. And we have some members who introduced themselves in our group this week. So, Damaris, do you want to give them a shout out?
Yeah. Madras, who is Vivian from Washington. Grounded Stitches.
I don't know her name or where she's from.
Min Knits, who is Elizabeth. She's British but lives in Singapore. And Knit by Moonlight 89, who is Brittany, who's from California but lives in Germany.
So welcome. So if you're not a member of our Ravelry group, why not? Go to pause us and go to Ravelry, the Geeky Girls Knit podcast group. That sounded very weird. The Geeky Girls Knit podcast group on Ravelry. Join the group and then find the introductions thread and introduce yourself, and we'll give you a shout out on the next episode. Okay? All right. So we have a lot to talk about this week. We have some announcements that will be at the end of the podcast. So stay tuned to the very end because we have things to tell you. So, since we have so much to talk about, we probably should get started. All right, here we go.
Now going to talk about what's on our Needles and Spindles.
So what's on your Needles and Spindles, Mare? Oh, wow. All right, so tell us what this is.
This is the Delancey cardigan by Alexis Winslow. The needles are US 9s, 4.5.
Nope, 5.5.
5.5 millimeters, and the yarn is King Cole Merino Blend DK in the sleep blue and bark colorways.
Yes, so tell us what we're seeing here.
This is the back.
This part right here, these two parts. And you're getting close to being done with the back, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you've already completed, what is this over here? One of the sides.
Yes.
And so once you finish the back, you'll do the rest of these stitches right here for the other side, right?
Yes.
And then it folds. So this folds in here.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to you'll graft them together, right? For the shoulder seams.
Yes.
And then you'll be ready to do the sleeves.
Yes.
You're making very good progress on it. I was making sure we weren't connected by needles. So, are you enjoying it still?
Yes.
Alright, so do you have anything else you want to say about it?
No.
No. Okay, so what else is on your Needles and Spindles?
This is the third of what I started spinning last week. It's
Right here.
35 grams of merino and British Shetland from Hilltop Cloud. And this is the next bit I'm going to spin.
That's so lovely. Oh! Stop tickling me with your fiber! Oh! It's very soft. So you're doing this on your drop spindle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yes.
And what are you planning to do after you spin it?
Ply it.
But what kind of plying are you going to do, silly?
Magic.
Magic plying. But you're doing a different thing than you've done before.
3.
You're going to 3-ply it.
No, I'm going to 15 ply it.
That would be quite the adventure. So, is it soft?
Yes.
And are you enjoying spinning it?
Yes.
Do you have anything else you want to say about it?
No.
Okay, do you have anything else you want to tell us about?
No.
Alright, so would you like me to talk about my projects?
Sure.
Okay, so, first thing up on the needles is, it's all in a pile down here on the floor, is my Delancey cardigan. So I'm doing the same pattern as Damaris. I'm using US 8's 5mm needles though, And I'm using the same yarn base, King Cole Merino Blend DK, but I'm using silver and dusky pink colorways. So I have finished the body of the cardigan, and I had started this first sleeve last week, but I finished it this week with the cuff. And then I also picked up the second sleeve and started, I'm about halfway through the second sleeve. It really needs to be blocked to kind of even out everything, but of course we'll do that at the end. So I have the rest of this sleeve to finish, and then I will start on the edging. There's edging on the bottom, and then there is a button band and collar that is picked up and applied. So I am at about probably 65-70% done. I have 4, looks like 4 more skeins of yarn up there, maybe 5. 5, okay, so I have 5 more skeins of yarn up there, and a little bit of a pink skein in my bucket, and probably half of a skein of gray in my bucket, and I started with 17. So I have probably about 5.5 skeins of yarn left. So, making good progress on that. Next up was my knitting attacks for this week. So, I showed y'all last week that I got a set of the 9-inch, which is 23 centimeters, I believe. I can't find it. I think it's 23 centimeters long sock needles. They're US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles. And I put them on these socks that I had been working on. They're just a vanilla sock that I'm knitting for a friend. The yarn is 4 Seasons Grundle Hot Socks print, not 6 socks print in the 519 colorway. And when I started knitting with these needles, my gauge changed dramatically. So what I thought I would do was I ripped out from the toe and was just going to rip up to where I had started and then pick up the stitches and do the new toe and then keep going. After spending 2 hours on sock surgery, I gave up and just ripped the entire sock out and recast on, and this has gone so fast. So this is what I have done since Saturday, and I've probably only spent maybe about 5 hours knitting on this since Saturday, and I've got this much progress. So I redid the toe, did the foot. He's got huge feet. Yes, this is really the size. And then so when I did the toe, I did it still magic loop, but then I put it over onto the small circulars and did the foot, and then I put it back onto a magic loop to do the heel, and I did the fish lips kiss heel. And then after that, I put it back onto the small circulars, and that was just last night, and so that's where I started going back in the round again. So, using these little circulars are really working for me, so I'm just going to keep working on that and doing in the round and working on this sock. What else? I have a super secret project in this bag. I showed y'all last week the yarn I was knitting with. This is Regia Flormania color in the leaf colorway, and it's brighter than it's even showing on the screen. It's so crazy. So I finished designing the first sock. I can show you the bottom of it. That's the sole. This pattern is going to be unique because it is going to be available both in the same pattern, toe up and cuff down. So I bought another set of the small 9-inch 23 centimeter circulars because I love them so much, and just last night cast on to do the cuff down. So I've just done just a smidge of the cuff. And this is a new sock design that will be available mid-June. Is that right? I think mid-June. I'll have to check dates. Because it's a secret. So, but it will be available, I believe it's mid-June is when that'll come out. So, I'm working on that. And then I have spinning. So I am currently spinning. I had 9 of these little bumps from the Border Tart, and it's merino, mainly merino, but then all kinds of miscellaneous stuff in it that I keep coming across. And I finished one, I'm spinning this on my mini Turkish. I finished one bump and have started the second bump, and I'm going to probably also 3-ply this like Damaris. So I'll do 3 of the little bumps and then pull it off and do another 3 and pull it off and do another 3 and pull it off and then ply it. But I love how it's coming out. It's really pretty. And I'm spinning it pretty fine. So we'll see what happens. But I'm enjoying doing that, and it's soft. Where's your toes? They're in socks. I can't tickle your toes. I'll tickle your
Mine's
nose.
an evil laugh.
Oh, my toes. Stop tickling my toes. Alright, and that's everything. That's on the Needles and Spindles. So we probably should move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about one finished project. Can you guess who finished it?
Me. Can you guess what it is? It's another preemie hat. Okay, so this is my top-down preemie hat pattern, and I did it on US 6 4mm needles, and I don't know what the yarn is. It was a donation by somebody in the knitting group that didn't have time to knit the hats, but I wanted to donate some yarn, so she gave it to me to knit. Now you'll notice that this kind of looks different than the rest of the hats that I've done. That's because I turned it inside out. So this is how it knitted up. And then I like flipped it inside out to weave in the ends and was like, oh my gosh, I love the inside so much. So I decided to make it inside out. And so I wove in the ends on the knit side. In fact, there's an end right there because I haven't trimmed it yet. So that makes hat number 6 in my stack of hats to donate to the hospital. So that's all I have finished this week. Alright, so we're going to move on to the next segment. Now it's time for my favorite part of our show. Yummies! 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 Yummies. What are yummies?
Yummies are our current favorite things, things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. You didn't sing it.
No.
Yummies. Yummies. Alright, so why don't you start?
Okay, this is really exciting. Okay, so if you're a Marvel fan, you probably know that the Marvel Cinematic Universe already has a TV show, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And it's been renewed.
It's been renewed. Yay, for a second season.
Yay. But they've greenlit another show called Marvel's Agent Carter.
So tell us, what is Agent Carter going to be about?
Agent Carter is going to be about Peggy Carter.
Who is?
The first director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
So when is it going to be set?
Just post World War II, I think.
Okay. We have a link with a little bit of details about it that we'll put in the show notes if you want to know more, but we're very excited.
Yes, I love Peggy Carter.
So, and then we also found out that the CW has greenlit The Flash. So it had been talked about that they were most likely going to do it because there was some stuff about it in Arrow, but it has definitely been greenlit, so I'm interested to start watching it and see what I think of it. So we'll put a link in the show notes to info about that. And then today, Librarian Kate is the one that actually posted it on Facebook. ABC has greenlit a new show called Gallivant, and it's part comedy, part fairy tale, part musical. And who's in it?
Timothy Omenson.
Who is, or who was, Carlton Lassiter from Psych. And there's like a 3-minute kind of promo video thing that's been put out. We'll put a link to it in the show notes. So funny. Apparently it's going to be the mid-season fill-in for ABC's Once Upon a Time. So it looks like it could be pretty humorous, and you know we love all things musical. So we're going to definitely have to give that a shot when it airs. The Hubs is like, is this serious? Are you...
No, it's not. It's comedy.
He didn't believe that it was really a show when I posted it on his Facebook wall. He and I had a whole conversation on Facebook about it. It was really funny. So you should definitely go watch the promo because it's really funny. He's like talking about shooting people with a crossbow. And like he's the king, Timothy, what's his name?
Omenson.
Yeah, him, Carlton Lassiter. He's the king, and he like steals the love of Gallivant. So he's like a knight or whatever, and Gallivant, like this is what happened in the promo. Gallivant like burst into the wedding and was like, you can give her fame and money, but I can give her love, and so that makes me the winner or whatever. And she's like, actually I think I'll take fame and money. It's really funny. I'm like crying because what?
Okay.
Oh my goodness. So you should definitely go check out this video because it looks like it's going to be humorous. Okay, what else? We have more yummies. So,
I don't think I've ever seen a TV show that's entirely musical.
well, and it won't be entirely musical. It'll be like dialogue as well, but there will be a lot of music.
I know, I haven't seen a show like that.
So I'm
I've only
excited.
seen like one episode
Yeah.
of a series.
Like S.H.I.E.L.D. did one, Buffy.
Mm-hmm.
Who else has done one? I'm sure there's others, but they should do Sherlock the musical. Elementary the musical.
Oh my god! Featuring Clyde.
Oh my gosh. We should do Geeky Girls Knit.
Marvel the musical.
The musical.
Marvel the musical. Oh my gosh. Come with me and you'll be in a world of gamma radiation.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we have more yummies to talk about. So, y'all remember a few months ago that I got the iPad mini, which is actually what we record on now. And so when that happened, I gave the Hubs my Kindle Fire because I had the HD, and he gave Damaris his, which was a second generation. And so we sent our Damaris's first generation back to my niece Lola and my nephews Wyatt and Waylon, although Waylon really can't do anything. He's a baby with it, but he's a baby, so he can't really use it yet. But we sent it back to them, and because they were stealing my dad's iPad and using it all the time, and so now they have their own thing to do. But they sent us this adorable thank you card, and it totally made my week. So Lola wrote on the front, "Thank you," with the hearts and flowers. And then inside drew pictures. It says, "We love you." And then I love how she wrote this. I can't remember how it says. "Uncle Russ, Aunt Cece, and Damaris. We love the Kindle. Thank you. Love Lola, Wyatt, and Waylon." And then Wyatt drew a picture on the back for us. Adorable. So sweet. You used to draw and write like this. Love it. It came in the post this week, and I was so excited.
It's abstract.
Yes. Okay, so the Hub's birthday was this last week. So he turned 40, was it Thursday?
Yes.
The 8th was on Thursday? Okay. I can't remember what day of the week it was. Thursday. He turned 40. And so we didn't do much the actual day of, well, Damaris made him brownies.
Mm-hmm.
Gluten-free brownies with chocolate fudge icing. So we had those on Thursday and Friday and Saturday. But we had a few friends over on Saturday night for dinner. So that was a lot of fun to sit around and eat and visit. So Happy birthday, Bubba. Love you. Because he watches sometimes. So, we're going to pause for a second because the video is getting too long. Yeah, we realized with the new program we use for editing that if the videos segments go over a certain length of time, that it makes them hard to deal with in the editing process. So that's why sometimes we crop in and out. So next up, I won a prize from the Edinburgh Yarn Festival. So they had their first one back last year, 2013, before we got here, and then the next one is next year, 2015. But they had a contest for you to post a photo of your happy knitting place, and so I did, and I was one of the 3, I believe there was 3 winners. So I got in the post yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? Yesterday. This project bag, Edinburgh Yarn Festival.
I don't know.
I can't remember. And I got the pattern called Gilver. It's by Joe Kelly. It's a shawl pattern. And it was designed for this yarn. Oh, look at that. So this is Yarn Pony. It is her Show Pony 4-ply base, 50% superwash merino and 50% silk. And it's 100 grams, 400 meters, and the colorway is Rosa, and it was hand dyed in Edinburgh, Scotland. And it's lovely. It's so soft. It's squishy. You cannot have it. It's mine.
I'm gonna hold it.
Hold on. So, there it is, and it's lovely. So thank you to them. I don't know if I'll knit this shawl out of it or not, or if I'll knit something else. We'll see. We shall see, we shall see. Here, I'm going to put this on your lap, because I've got my lap full of stuff. We got business cards. So we showed them last week, the new buttons, right?
Yes.
Yes. So we also ordered at the same time, because we're getting ready for Unwind Brighton. We ordered business cards. So we got Geeky Girls Knit business cards. And you can't really see it, I don't think, but it's got, they had a thing. This was the first time we ordered from this company, and so we got a free add-on of, it's like these spirals on it where it's glossy. I don't think you can see it, but it's so cool in person. It just gives it dimension. And then I also ordered some for my design business. And I'm holding this really still because there is a coupon code on it right here. Oops, right there. Can you read it? And you can use that on my patterns for 15% off my patterns. I'm not going to say it. Use it right there. Do you see it? Okay, if you can't read it, send me a PM and I'll tell you it. But I'm using those for Unwind Brighton, but also for a special thing coming up where, that new pattern will be available. So I'll be using one-time coupon codes on the back of them for that. Alright, what else? I guess it's time for GGK Crafty Pad picks. So this month's theme is
Numbers and shapes.
Numbers and shapes. So it's never too late to participate. Just find the prompts list, and it's on our blog or on Instagram or wherever. It's on Ravelry. We're about to show it to you. Take a picture for the prompt. So today's prompt, I believe, is 1994. I haven't posted my picture yet, but I know what I'm going to post. Oh, yeah. You've seen it before.
I probably scanned it.
No, you didn't. I'm positive. I know I scanned it. And then post it with hashtag GGK Crafty Pad. That stands for Geeky Girls Knit Crafty Photo a Day. GGK Crafty Pad. And you can post it. Where can they post it?
Anywhere. But we check Instagram for
our favorites.
Yeah.
And so what are we about to put in?
5 photos from other people that we liked and 1 photo from each of us.
Yes. So here come the photos. So those were our favorite photos for this week. So take your pictures and post them. Hashtag #GGKCraftyPad. And maybe you'll be one of our favorite photos next week. Alright, so I guess what we have left for Yummies is upcoming events we'll be attending. Monday nights is our knitting group, Town Mouse Knitting Club, that meets here in Edinburgh. So if you're in the area, we'd love to meet up with you. We're there almost every Monday night.
Yeah.
We miss occasional ones, but we're there almost every Monday night. Also coming up is the Edinburgh Yarn Crawl on Saturday the 21st of June from 11 to 5. And we'll put a link in the show notes to more details, but it is being hosted by Ginger Twist Studio, Kathy's Knits, and Bee Inspired Fibers. And then there will be an after party at the Safari Lounge, which is actually where our knitting group meets. So if you're in the area, we'd love to meet up with you at that. And then the other event coming up is Unwind Brighton. We'll be there on Saturday the 12th of July. The podcaster meetup is at 1 p.m. in the mezzanine, which is upstairs of the cafe and the Corn Exchange. And we will have buttons and cards and all kinds of stuff. And I know there's some other things being cooked up by kind of the podcaster group as a whole. So come meet up with your favorite podcasters. Or if you're a podcaster, come meet up with the other podcasters and your viewers. And we'd love to be able to connect with y'all.
Yeah.
We're very excited. So, because we'll be going to London for the week before that. So, we haven't figured out exactly what we're going to do about filming. We may take a week off filming and then have maybe a 2-parter episode the following week. So we can talk about London and Unwind, but then also all our normal stuff. So we'll see. We've got a couple months before that happens. So we'll let you know. All right. I think that's it for Yummies. Yeah?
Yep.
Alrighty, so I think we're ready to move on to our next segment.
Now we're going to talk about what books we're reading and what TV we're watching.
So, what are you reading?
I'm working on a report for Jane Austen's Emma.
Okay. And did we talk about last week that we found a BBC miniseries about it to watch?
No.
With, what's her name's in it?
Romola Garai. I think that's how you say her last name.
And what else has she been in?
The Hour.
Yes. So,
And Johnny Lee Miller.
from Elementary. So we're going to watch that too. So. And then I'm still reading The Organized Kitchen. Keep your kitchen clean, organized, and full of good food, and save time, money, and your sanity every day. It's a long title. By Brett Sember. I probably will have that finished this week. I think I only have maybe a couple more chapters to go. So I'm enjoying that. That's one of my... I made a goal to read at least one nonfiction book a month. So that's my book for this month. And then I'm still also reading the Outlander series by Diana Gabaldon. I am reading A Breath of Snow and Ashes. And I think I am almost to the end of it. And then I will just have one book to go until her new book comes out very soon. I can't remember the date, but it's coming soon. So, and that is what we're reading. And now? TV. So, in sad news, we got the word that Intelligence got canceled. I'm kind of bummed. I was enjoying it. It was a good show. So, anyway, so now let's talk about what we're watching, though.
Criminal Minds. We finished watching season 8 and now we're watching season 9.
Yeah, and we're still towards the pretty beginning of season 9, but something's going on with JJ. And I have a feeling it's all going to come to a head in like around the 200th episode, because that's in season 9. The last episode we watched was about Hotch when he collapsed and had to have surgery. And so my prediction is that he's going to ask, what's her name? His girlfriend.
Beth.
Beth, to marry him sometime this season. And if you watch if you watch Criminal Minds, don't tell us, because we know it's this current season, so don't tell us.
Yep. The season finale was last week, maybe? Or this week?
Yeah, we'll be caught up, and it's been renewed for another season, yes. Yes. All right, so the Hubs and I are still watching The Mentalist. We're watching season 2. I think we have 1 episode left in season 2. And it also got renewed for another season. Season, I believe it's 7, which is surprising because everybody was predicting this was season 6 would be the last season. So, we'll have that to watch. We are also still watching
House, season 2.
Yeah. Are you enjoying it? Yeah. Their relationship dynamics really crack me up. And it reminds me a lot of when I was working in a hospital. So we're enjoying that.
House is your doctor?
No, I would not want House as my doctor. Unless I guess I was dying and he was the only one that could figure it out.
After getting it wrong a couple times.
Yeah. And then I'm still watching Agatha Christie's Poirot. I started watching, because I'd watched quite a bit of it, but then I stopped, and so I've been watching it on Friday nights when Damaris goes to her drama and musical theater classes, and the Hubs takes her, and I have some quiet time here at home, and so I watched all of Series 7 Friday night while she was gone. Well, while he and she were gone. Huh? Room, yeah, there's cars driving by. We have the windows open because it's a gorgeous day, so. Alright, now we are to...
Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
What episode?
1.21 Ragtag.
Mm-hmm.
And the season finale was last night, so...
We'll watch it tonight. So tell us about Ragtag.
Ooh. Fitzsimmons okay? Oh no.
Because they were pushed into the ocean in a crate.
Oh no. Oh no.
I hope they're okay.
I hope they're okay. Oh no.
Because they're so cute.
Oh no.
And then what else did we find out about?
Ward's backstory.
So kind of how he got in with, what's his name? Garrett.
Bill Paxton,
yeah, he's bad. So we saw a lot of his backstory. And then what else?
Sky's parents were monsters.
Like literal monsters.
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 And
how do you say, this is totally a sidetrack, how do you say the thing that kids color with? What are those called?
crayon.
Say it again.
Crayon.
They're crowns. That's how I've always said it. And the Hubs and Damaris make fun of me.
I don't make fun of you. I used to say it crown too.
That's because I taught you. But the Hubs makes fun of me, and he's like, no, that's what you put on your head. It's the same thing with monsters. Monsters. Monsters? I don't know. You say potato, I say potato. Let's call the whole thing off. Okay, back to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
And yesterday, the return of Samuel L. Jackson.
So, what is the season finale called?
Beginning of the End, because there was an episode earlier called End of the Beginning. So now,
So, we are excited to watch that tonight.
I hope Fitzsimmons are okay.
I hope so too. Alright, I'm scrolling.
We just refer to them as one entity. Fitzsimmons.
Yes.
They are one.
They're so adorable. Alright, next up is NCIS, episode 11.23, The Admiral's Daughter. And this one had Tony in France having to rescue an admiral's daughter, but it turned out she was a spy for the U.S., and it was a whole mess. And on the party bus, and Jimmy helping Tony via a phone game. It was crazy. And then Brina told Jimmy that they were having a baby via the phone game. It was like one of those like drawing game type things.
Like Pictionary.
Yeah, kind of.
I've never played Pictionary.
I'm sorry.
But those are the one, that's the drawing game.
Yeah. So the season 11 finale was on last night.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Honor Thy Father. And I know from some preview stuff they said that it's their tribute to Ralph Waite, who played Gibbs's father, and he Ralph actually died in real life this season. So I'm expecting to have several boxes of tissues while we watch tonight. Apparently it was a pretty OMG episode. The Hubs and I are still watching NCIS LA season 5. Somebody's excited outside. They're excited to hear us talk about NCIS LA. The season finale was on last night, so we will watch that hopefully tonight. All season finales all the time. Hubs and I are still watching Person of Interest. We watched 3.22, A House Divided, and the episode ended with Vigilance has taken everyone captive and is putting them on trial, quote unquote, for their crimes. And the season finale was on last night, episode 3.23. I'm going to butcher however you say this. Deus Ex Machina. And it's like, I looked it up. It is a reference to when, I don't know how to explain it. Kind of like when something is bound to happen and there's nothing you can do to change it.
It's Latin. I think it's Due Machina. And I think it comes from Greek plays where the gods would do something and that was bound to happen.
Yeah, so it should be kind of interesting since Person of Interest is so much about machines, the computer and that thing, what's going to happen. So I'm interested to watch that. Alright, next up is Revolution. Sadly, Revolution got canceled after 2 seasons. And apparently they didn't know this, and so it looks like things are just going to have to wrap up however they did it. So we watched episode 2.20, Tomorrowland, and Miles finally stood up to Monroe, but will it last? And the nanites are insane, and can technology be insane? The nanites are crazy. They're doing weird things. So we have left, it's actually on tonight, episode 2.21, Memorial Day, and then episode 2.22, I can't remember what the name of it is on next Wednesday, and that is the series finale. Alright, we're back with Arrow, episode 2.22, Streets of Fire. Guess who was back? Do you know?
I do.
Because I yelled it to you.
Yes.
John Barrowman was back. Oh, he's bad. He's evil, evil, evil. And Thea shot him. So Barrowman plays her father now, and she didn't know, and she just found out this season that he's her father. Because her mother had an affair. And Blood is dead. It's a character's name, not... Yes, Blood is dead.
Blood in general.
Blood in general's dead. No, he was the mayor guy, but he was evil. He was working with Slade.
His last name is a Blood.
And then Oliver has the cure, but Argus isn't giving him much time to use it, and Laurel knows that her sister is the Canary. Did you catch all that? So, the season finale is on tonight, episode 2.23, Unthinkable, and Arrow's been picked up for a 3rd season, so it'll be on again in the fall. Alright, Damaris, you're up.
Okay. Need to be calm.
You should see the notes.
Okay. Elementary 2.23, Art in the Blood. So why don't you go ahead and then I'll expand.
No.
Okay, what would you care to expand?
I was gonna expand with Joan doesn't belong with Mycroft.
I agree.
No. Stop. No.
I agree.
Okay, you can tell us about it now.
Okay. I don't think they're endgame. I don't think so.
I hope not. Okay, so go ahead.
Otherwise, Reese Evans is just going to be listed as special guest star in every single episode.
No, he would just become a series regular.
Whoa.
Okay, so talk to us about Art in the Blood.
Okay. Well, Mycroft works for MI6. Woo!
Yeah. And what was the funny line that Sherlock said?
What's your 00 status? License to kill or to annoy?
Those brothers.
And Joan had this really great thing where she laid the verbal smack down on Mycroft. And I'm just like, yes. And then nothing else happened. Okay. But
Then the
instead
no
it did
happened.
happen. Why?
But then we discovered towards the end of the episode what?
Who framed Mycroft Holmes?
Who framed
Gandhi.
Cabin pressure reference? Who framed Roger Rabbit?
Gandhi.
Alright, so what's up next?
2.24, the Grand Experiment season finale.
So that will be on tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
On Thursday, tomorrow. Alright, the Hubs and I are still watching The Big Bang Theory season 7, and Penny and Leonard got engaged in the episode. Oh, so sweet. And so the season finale for that is tomorrow, Thursday the 15th. And it has been picked up for like 3 more seasons. They did like a multi-year contract. I think it's all the way through 2017 or 2018. Yeah. So. Alright, and we watched the Once Upon a Time season 3 finale.
Ooh! 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 Ooh!
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
What would you like to say about it?
Elsa
Elsa at the very end.
Okay.
But things have also turned full circle because Emma has ruined Regina's life, just like Mary Margaret ruined Regina's life about her love. Because Emma brought Marion back from the past to the future. And Robin thought she was dead. And now Robin, of course, wants to be back with Marion and not with Regina anymore.
Oh no.
Elsa. And they don't know who's going to play her yet.
No, they just got someone to be the back of her.
So, who do you want?
Natalie Dormer.
Who is she for people who don't know?
Well, she's pretty well known for Game of Thrones, but she's also in Elementary as, I'm just going to say, Irene Adler.
Yeah. Because it is a spoiler if you haven't seen it yet. About who else she is. So, and Once Upon a Time has been renewed for season 4, so it will be back in the fall. All right, we finished watching series 1 of The Crimson Field, and I really hope they bring it back for another series, because I really enjoyed it. What'd you think? Yeah, it was a good show, so I'm hoping they bring it back. All right, Continuum, the Hubs and I watched episode 3.8, So Do Our Minutes Hasten, and Betty got shot and killed. By the bad people. And I'm wondering when or if all of the confusion is going to clear up, because I'm very confused by what's going on this season. So, episode 3.9, Minute of Silence, will be back on the 25th of May. So, I'm assuming Minute of Silence is referring to Betty. So, alright, you're up?
Castle.
Yes.
6.23 for better or blah blah. 6.23 for better or worse. Season finale.
Yeah. So the funny part of the episode was Eddie McClintock from Warehouse 13 played the husband, Kate's husband, who she had married in college but didn't really think she was married to, and she's been married to him for 15 years. So most of the episode was about getting a divorce from him so that she could marry Castle. But then, OMG.
Ah.
No.
I don't know.
So, Castle, car, fire, Kate, what?
Okay, could you expand?
So Castle was driving to the wedding. He told Kate
Why wasn't he at the Hamptons?
because he was getting the divorce paperwork done with the judge and getting the marriage license.
Oh, that makes sense.
So he calls her and he's on the way to the wedding, 20 minutes he says he'll be there, and then we see a truck following him, and
It's
like
not a truck, it's another car.
I thought it was like a truck Suburban thing. Anyway, whatever, a vehicle, like
An unknown vehicle with likely sinister purpose.
yes, and it was sinister. So it pulls up behind him and starts tailgating him, and then pulls up beside him. And then Kate's trying to call him, and it's been over an hour, and he's not there. And then her phone rings, and it's the police, and she goes, and we see Castle's car in a ditch on fire, and Kate standing there in her wedding dress, and that's how they ended the episode. Holy crap. Why did they do that to us?
It's the BXK. We will meet again, no not where, no not when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
And so now we have to wait till the fall for the new season.
Oh no.
So now we have to wait for the new season of Castle. Okay, and then what else did we watch?
Warehouse 13, 5.5, Kenku, Shizi.
Which is Mandarin for Warehouse 14. So,
Claire is cured.
yes.
The
So,
warehouse is saved.
yes.
Zelda was destroyed.
Yes.
But the warehouse is still moving.
What?
That's how you wrote all that.
That's how I wrote all of that.
Claire is cured. The warehouse is saved. Zelda is destroyed. The warehouse is still moving.
So, yeah, so Claire is
Claudia.
Claudia's sister. But now apparently the warehouse is still moving, and we only have one episode left. Episode 5.6, Endless, and that's
The final countdown.
that's the series finale. It won't be back
Ever.
Well, I mean, they could do a TV movie or something down the line, I guess. But so we have that to watch. It'll be on the 19th.
Remember when they thought Firefly wasn't going to be back ever? Then they do it. Then they did a major motion picture. That was great.
So I went back and read through Twitter because Eddie McClintock and Nathan Fillion live tweeted both Warehouse 13 and Castle Monday night. And Nathan was still bemoaning the fact that Firefly was canceled and that he really hopes it's brought back.
Oh.
And I would be totally fine with that. That would be amazing.
Everyone would be fine with that. Just not on Fox. Fox is terrible.
Apparently Fox canceled another sci-fi show just like they did this season, just like they did Firefly.
Oh, Cosmos?
No, not Cosmos. I don't know what it was. We didn't watch it. But anyway, there was more bemoaning because it was like, first you canceled Firefly and then you canceled whatever it was.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, Bones was also on Monday night, but because of how long, Once Upon a Time was a 2-hour finale and all this stuff, so we didn't get a chance to watch it last night. So we will watch Bones tonight and we'll talk about it in next week's episode. That's all the TV. Holy crap. Alright, so we should move on to the next, I was going to say episode, segment.
Now we're going to talk about the March, April, May sweater cowl.
Yes. So we are coming up onto the last couple weeks of it, right? Because what's today? The
14th.
The 14th. So yeah, you've got about a couple of weeks left to get done. A little over a couple of weeks. So this started on March the 1st. So you couldn't have begun your sweater before them and before then, and you need to be finished by May 31st. And it is for any adult, child, or baby sweater that you knit, crochet, or weave. And we'll have prizes. And so make sure you post your photos. And feel free to double dip with other cows. That's totally fine with us. We're double dipping in the hashtag Matchy Matchy Cow with the Knit More Girls. Yeah. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. We had some people finish sweaters this week, so Damaris, why don't you give them a shout out?
A Hole in Knitting, Nina Crazy for Crochet, Kazi No No, Beagle Mom Knitter, and Lynn.
I think it's Linsika. I think it's a combination of her two daughters' names. Yeah. So, way to go.
Yay.
Great job, everybody. And keep working on those sweaters and get them done. Because we'll try to get ours done, too. All right. On to the next segment.
Now it's time for Ask the Geeky Girls, where you ask us things, and we answer them.
Part of the show? Yeah. So we have a question this week. Do you want to ask the question?
Sure.
Or tell us what it is? I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Sarah Toganding, who is Lisa from New York, asks, I love your short hairstyle. Have either or both of you ever had long hair?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you want more than that? Okay. Hopefully,
Once upon a time,
in the land far, far away, there was a Damaris who had long hair. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to figure out a way in the editing process to put pictures in here as we're talking. If not, we'll have to break and put the pictures in and then come back. But yes, we both have had long hair. So the pictures that we're hoping to show you of Damaris, there's one from when she was 6, when she had pretty long hair.
that's the longest I've ever had it.
Yeah. And then we have a couple of pictures from 2012, so early 2012, like April.
And it was like right here.
It was kind of an asymmetrical, so it was shorter in the back and longer in the front.
Yeah. I don't know.
So that was kind of a popular hairstyle at that time. It looked really cute on you. And then a picture from October of 2012. So that would have been your 13th birthday.
Yeah, and it's kind of right there.
Yeah. And it was after you'd gotten glasses, but then shortly after that you cut it. So, and this was when we'd already started recording the podcast at this time, so you had long hair still when we were recording. So for me, the pictures we're showing you, I'm clicking on them over here on the computer so I can tell you. Oh dear, I have no idea when this picture's from. Probably junior high, maybe like 7th or 8th grade. I had long curly hair. Yes, I had it permed. And then this next picture was it's 1993. So it would have been my sophomore, no, 93, it would have been my junior year of high school. I had really long hair, so like down here. And then when the next picture is from 1998, so Russ and I had been married a year, and I had long hair. But then something happened, namely, I got pregnant and had a baby, and my hair changed and was much thicker and heavier, and I already have problems with migraines, and the weight of heavier hair just pulled on my head, and it was making me have more migraines, so I cut it short, and I haven't looked back. I've had some version of short hair since then. I mean, I think I've grown it maybe to as long as Damaris's length at some point, but now it's like this short, it's very short. It's only a couple inches long. And it's almost to the point where I need a haircut because it's driving me crazy. It grows really fast. You want to talk about your short hair?
I have short hair. I don't know.
So you've gone through journeys of it. Because like you've had long hair.
Yes, I kind of want it really short again. But it's like very.
So like really short like mine?
No, not quite as short, a bit longer.
Okay. Well, next time I get a haircut, then we should get you one too, if you're wanting to cut it.
Cut all my hair off.
Because she has really thick hair, like I do as well. Yeah, people can't ever are usually kind of pretty shocked when I go in to get it cut because, it's already this short, but then it looks like, that you've cut several inches off based on what's on the floor because I just have so much hair. It's so thick. So what kind of style are you thinking?
I don't know.
Don't know. Okay.
I like the way Natalie Dormer's is right now. But you need longer hair to do that.
So, Alright, we'll have to look at some pictures and we'll have to see about getting haircuts in the next couple of weeks then maybe. Yeah? Alright, so thank you so much, Lisa, for your question. Everything you wanted to know about our hair. Other than we didn't talk about hair color. If you're interested in hair color, we can talk about that at some point. Post a message. So what should they do if they have a question for us?
Go to our Ask the Geeky Girls thread in our Ravelry group
Yeah.
and post it there
Yep.
about anything.
Yep. Several people said they enjoyed the Hubs being on last week's episode to talk about the Huskers, because he's a Nebraska Cornhuskers fan. So if you have questions for him too, he's happy to answer them, or actually we'll convince him to answer them. So feel free to post if you have questions you want him to answer, or us, and we'll get to yours eventually. There's pretty much nothing that we won't talk about, so feel free to post whatever you'd like us to answer, and we'll get to it eventually. Alright, I think we're ready for the final segment. The final countdown. Ba-bum.
And now it's the end.
The end of the beginning? Or the beginning of the end? Shield. Alright, so, announcement time. So, it's announcement time. So, I think I mentioned last week about the Doctor Who Companion Sock Club that I am doing a collaboration with Julia of Pandia's Jewels. And the limited memberships for the club will become available on May the 30th. And they will run until June the 13th or until the memberships run out. So I don't know how many memberships she's going to put available. But if you're wanting one, you might want to jump on that when it comes available on May 30th. You'll be getting 3 skeins of sock yarn that Julia has hand-dyed. 3 sock patterns that I've designed to go with those yarns. And also some other little goodies. So, I'll put a link in the show notes to that. There's a thread already in her group where you can ask questions and all that jazz. So that's coming up. We are officially now, is it co-captains? But there's a bunch of us, there's like 20 of us, of the Team Sasquatch. Team Sasquatch on Ravelry. And so we'll be doing the team with other podcasters for Tour de Fleece. And that starts on Saturday, July the 5th and runs until Sunday, July the 27th. And so we'll put a link in the show notes to the Ravelry group for Team Sasquatch. So we're excited to be doing that with some other podcasters. We have our next cowl coming up. It'll be starting on June the 1st.
Yes.
And it will be Summertime and the living is easy. Cowl. So, for this cowl, what will count?
Anything you can convince us is related to summer.
Yeah. So whether it is being knit for the purpose of being used in the summer, whether the colors remind you of summer, whether the pattern, something about summer, however you can convince us it's related to summer, it will count. And it will run from the 1st of June to the end of August. And projects couldn't have been started before that. You need to wait till June 1st to start them. And feel free to double, triple, quadruple dip in other cowls. We're fine with that. And we'll have some prizes. So that's coming up. Just another mention of on our website, we do have Amazon affiliate links there, where if you are purchasing something on Amazon, if you click on it and then purchase from Amazon, we get a little bit back, and that helps pay for the shipping of prizes and the purchase of prizes and the like. So if you're shopping from Amazon, please, if you would consider clicking through the link on our website to do that, and you'll be helping the podcast out. All right, I think that's all the announcements. Yeah?
Yep.
All right, so tell them where to find us online.
You can find us at geekygirlsknit.blogspot.com. There are links to everywhere else we're online. YouTube, iTunes, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
Yeah. And with that, we are going to say goodbye. We hope y'all have a wonderful week, and we will talk to you again soon. Happy TV watching with all the finales. Hopefully you'll get a lot of knitting done. not happy watching. There's too many sad things going on. All right, well, we'll talk to you about those next week, and have a great week, and happy knitting.